Hey everyone, this is my second devlog for Hexcraft, the fast-paced witch dueling card game, and here's what I've been working on over the last week. We have 6 new pieces of art, which are a significant improvement over their placeholder counterparts, which I cobbled together a couple of months ago. So here we've got Cradle of Bones, which was a simple defensive spell, and 2 updated damaging spells, Biting Chill and Rain of Hellfire, both of which are a lot more readable now. Next we have Scrying Stone and Shield of Light. Scrying Stone is an artifact that gives you some shields and draws a card when you sacrifice it, and Shield of Light is a little do-everything spell. It gives you some shields, heals a little bit, and draws some cards. That's a really fun utility spell, and actually one of the ones I tend to be putting in the decks I'm testing most often. Finally, we've got Curiosity. This was really fun to do. It's a simple cantrip, 1 mana, draw 1 card. But the art's really fun. It's a witch stumbling across a little floating mushroom island. It was really fun to get glowing purples in there, and especially doing all the butterflies that are littered over her. So that's what I've managed to get done artwork-wise. I figured it might be nice to also show a little bit of my process. So here's a time-lapse of me creating Biting Chill. That's the one I did most recently. It used some references I bought from a photographer I saw on Twitter. You can find links to that package in the description. It's all done on an iPad with an Apple Pencil using Procreate, which is a really pleasant drawing environment with lots of tools to very quickly and easily sketch stuff out. And I'm a pretty weak artist in my own opinion, so it's been quite nice to be able to just leisurely improve that ability on the side whilst working on this game. Outside of that, I spent the week developing my visual effects skills, which manifested in-game with an animator group. These are 3 zones that listen to when you play cards, and then look up the card you just played in a Flare database. This is a dictionary that holds animation information, so let's step through a few cases of that. The first animator we can look at is on the board itself. At the moment I'm just using this for a pentagram which spawns when you play the card Sorcerer's Circle. You get a big glowy pentagram with a load of lights and some nice particles that come out of it. This is triggered by that card having a pent key in its FlareDB dictionary entry. This means any card I can just add the keyword pent to its FlareDB entry and you'll get a nice pentagram. I can also add supplementary information in there if I want to customize those animations for specific cards. So say I've got an effect like some smoke, I could also add a color entry to that key in the Flare database entry, and then I could customize the color for every card that uses that smoke, and I wouldn't have to make lots of different smokes that have different colors. We also have full screen effects. Have a look at my full screen shaders video for some more information on that sort of stuff. But at the moment I use it for a green glow that happens around the edges of the screen, and some nice fiery effects when you play Jet of Flame. The final animator to have a look at is the stack animator. This is the most generic of them, and this just makes effects that are centered on the card you just played. So for example, Ritual of Filth has a skull that burns up in front of it, or Abjura's Robes has a load of rose petals that come out of the card whenever its effect triggers. The final effect to have a nose at is this Shatter. It uses some really over-the-top lights and particles armed with a sprite sheet that give it a more 3D look. It triggers when you have shields that are completely depleted by incoming damage, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I've also been researching Adobe After Effects and Trapcode plugins to try and make higher fidelity effects, but this is taking up a lot more time than I'd like, and it really feels like overkill, although it could have a side effect of improving my VOD production on the side if I do get good with it. But at least here you can see a nice slashing damage effect I tried out as well. So what am I doing for next time? I'm going to make the game more readable. I really laboured over showing as much art as possible on all the cards wherever they are on the screen at the cost of showing rules. However, this is making it very unreadable for viewers, I think, seeing as you can't hover over cards and see what they actually do. So to remedy this, I want to make it so that the top card on the stack, the one that's about to do stuff, has its rules show and is bigger. That should mean, at least when you're viewing, you can see what's about to happen a lot more. Next, I've only got 12 cards left to get done for my core set, so getting 3 more bits of art would be really nice. Finally, I want to get some more general VFX into the game. At the moment I've been focusing a lot on these unique effects that don't happen all the time, and I've realised I should be focusing more on things that happen all the time to make the game in general look better. So I want to improve the damage effect so that it actually ticks damage down on the opponent, maybe actually firing projectiles from the card to the opponent's deck. I want to improve the generic shields you get, the heal animation, the drawing cards animation, and bouncing cards to the opponent's hand. Here's a quick reminder to check out my Twitter and hang out in my Discord. Links to those are in the description. There are lots of regular updates that happen there, and whenever people join, I get a big hit of dopamine, so that's lovely. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.